Legend of Total War here, and today we've got another Saving Disaster campaign. So, playing as Sicily in Medieval 2 Grand Campaign. This file here, it was sent from Russia, so you will find names that are not correct. They've also renamed a few of the settlements. Now, the great thing about this one is that the person was able to send me a lot of context as to what happened. So, everything was going well. Had a crusade going to Jerusalem, which I would argue you don't like. If you're going to go on a crusade to Jerusalem, you got to take the settlements along the way. Just a bit of advice. Like, if you left from here, take Tripoli, then go to Alexandria, Gaza, then Jerusalem. Don't just go straight there. Okay, this crusade is over. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way. Now, after that failed, apparently the Venice, a bunch of people declared war on them. So that's typical of what happened. Debt happened, and seems to be getting out of debt now. But they've asked me specifically that they're struggling with the campaign. It's not looking good. It's not certainly on the verge of defeat, but it doesn't look good. And they've brought my specialities in to conquer Rome. Call me the Sicilian Belisarius, if you will. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to, despite being in debt, we're going to capture Rome. Now, we don't have a fleet, so getting there's a bit of an issue. This is on a large unit scale. Sorry, normal unit scale.
Orders.
Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, I don't have a fleet, so I can't get them over here. Also, yeah, just a bit of advice. Also, don't auto-manage buildings. I mean, the only reason you would do that is in a roleplay campaign where you want to have your generals. Yeah, don't have them auto-managed. You really do need to manage it yourself.
Let me
it is a lot better.
Yes.
Alright, well, we've got a bit of ground to cover to get there, since I can't hire
Continuing tomorrow.
a fleet, a ship. I mean, there's some here, but we have no money. And we have to capture something if I want to get it out of debt. The other option to get out of debt is to disband shit. And in Medieval 2, you really shouldn't need to disband things. Better to send them off to battle to fight somewhere. Alright. Because, yeah, you really want to get out of debt soon, because otherwise the population's gonna... Well, it's actually... Yeah, just stagnating your settlements. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we don't... It's gonna be a few turns. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant this one. It's gonna take a few turns before we get there. And there could be a big army there for all we know.
Who do I face?
Fuck. Can't get off Sicily because of this.
Men.
Well, let's just... They might move next turn. I guess we'll see. There's no other way for us to get off, and there is nothing else for us to do. Actually, no, there is something we could do. We could send...
Yes. Your Majesty.
A small expedition down here to go and capture Tripoli.
We continue. Name thy enemy, Lord.
But yeah, there's... Shit, we got not much to work with yet. Alright, cool, we're gonna get off. Now, Tripoli ain't worth shit.
Orders.
But,
onward.
whatever.
Command me.
Now.
Yes, marching. Stopping for the night.
I don't know. I was going to talk about the Twitch ban thing for a little bit. At this point in time here, I'm still waiting for a response from Twitch. I do not think I'm going to get the ban lifted. I did listen to what everyone said. It was great to see a lot of support from people. Of course, I didn't get support from others, which was a shame, but you know, maybe I was in the wrong. Whatever the case is, it's obviously I fell back into old habits. Edgy jerks.
Let me strike, my lord. Approaching,
oh, well,
my
I'm
lord.
prone to it, I guess.
Come here, my lord.
Talk is cheap. Come face me.
Okay,
yes.
Well.
We would
Okay,
see you
we have to
dead.
go back or else they're going to take
Move out!
Fucking Moors. Can't let them do that.
This is not good, Lord. The enemy have laid siege upon us.
Name thy enemy, Lord. Men, we march. Stopping for the night. I will defeat you honorably, my worthy foe.
Yes! We cannot travel there. Are you certain, noble lord? We cannot travel there. Yes, lord. This is where we shall meet then.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Okay.
Take up your positions, men!
I guess the
Take
silver
this
lining
day
in terms of getting suspended on Twitch is that, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's bad. But the silver lining is that it certainly does free up my schedule a fair bit, allowing me to focus a little bit more on YouTube, which, to be honest, making more on YouTube now anyway. Restrict camera, give me a break. There's no way we would have defended this with just one unit of peasant archers. I know, I think the best I can do is just learn from it, you know. I made a mistake. Again. I can't make a third one. I can't make another mistake. It seemed harmless at the time, but I understand. Shouldn't have made the jokes.
Praise to our Lord! Our men have slain the enemy general.
There will
his
in
men
turn
will lose
be
heart.
damn, you got fucked up.
I pray the course of this battle changes, because defeat seems almost certain.
Damn, what happened there? They don't usually get smashed up that quickly.
I pray the course of this battle changes, because defeat seems
Not
almost
having
certain.
general really hurts.
For
in
the
this
moment,
situation.
the enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Still got the archers. Close up. Honestly, I think as time goes on, it's just more and more. I just gotta stick to disaster campaigns. It's honestly been the best thing for me. Fuck me.
Lord, our noble brothers have lost their leader. Without their general,
That's okay, he doesn't
they may
matter for
lose
shit.
heart and flee. The enemy, all of Christendom, will be
They all got wiped
awed
out.
by the victory.
But, you know, we took a pretty bad beating on that. I wasn't expecting to do that badly. But, you know, we saved Tunis.
The day? Yes! Move out!
So much for going to the
Let me
other,
strike, my
going
lord.
to Tripoli. Yeah, Tripoli. We're not going there now.
Name the field of battle. We will meet you there.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
I would like to do a draw out.
My lord, should we spare any of them?
It's gonna be tricky due to the feudal knights, that's for sure. Mailed knights. Do what we can.
They will regret not fleeing first. Kill them all, men! await my orders.
Okay, he's got to be careful not to lose any generals along the way, because that's all we've got, really. Also, another thing I'm thinking, and this is something that I'm just thinking, right? In terms of Vampire Coast, like, I haven't got a response back from Twitch yet, and I don't think my suspension will be lifted. I just don't think it's going to happen. But it's possible, I've seen it before, that it might get reduced, because it was a fucking harsh sentence, like, really fucking harsh. I think. And I think even people that don't like me can agree that that was fucking harsh. So what I was thinking is maybe I'll live stream it on YouTube. Maybe. I haven't live streamed on YouTube before. And to be honest, I never really wanted to. But here's the thing about YouTube. Like, I get a video demonetized every now and again.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
But I've never had a strike. And I've been on YouTube way longer than I've been on Twitch. Yeah. I've already racked up 2 strikes on Twitch. Also, another thing is that strikes on YouTube get forgiven after a while, whereas on Twitch they don't. Twitch does not forgive or forget. Luckily it's not Papal Guard, it's just Italian militia, that's easy enough to deal with.
We are blessed.
That's good.
The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell. Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay, this one here, he's taking too much damage, get him out of there. We're winning the battle, but it's not worth it if one of these guys dies. Yeah, but you know, all the disaster campaigns are still doing pretty well, so I'm glad you guys are still enjoying them. I don't think this one's a particularly difficult one. You need to come back. Alright, we're at 77%, almost done. That should break them. They weren't in proper formation.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We
So
must push
there's
our advantage.
no chance of a draw out here, so we might as well execute them all. Now, we might have gotten here faster
By
if I
the
didn't bring
Lord
the infantry along.
above, our foe.
But I didn't know what the Papal States have, and just having those guys there, even just to soak up a little bit of damage, can make a big
Dear
difference.
God, no! Please!
There's absolutely no reason to show mercy in this.
They deserve
Don't
none.
bother.
God will see justice served in our but who do I face?
Alright, let's take PNM. It's Russian text, so
Name thy enemy, Lord. We shall send them to hell or worse.
what's
March.
Russian for Rome?
Sooner or later, they will relent, my lord. When shall we attack the walls then, my lord? No more words. Draw your sword.
Oh, shit. I'm just thinking if they attack us now, that could be a big problem because they need some time to recover. So, but then again, I can always fight the battle. If things don't look good, I'll just withdraw, and I won't have to go back too far. Shit, I didn't do a good enough job in the other one. Now we're gonna struggle there.
Your Majesty.
Damn. Well, look, that settlement's not that important. Taking Rome would be much better. But we need the money from sacking it. I'm not gonna be able to sally out there. We'll just have to wait for
Lord,
them to assault.
the enemy lays siege. What shall we do?
Who do I face?
Okay, so it's good that they recovered a little bit. Now the tricky part here is they'll... No, we should be okay. We should be fine.
My
Let's do
lord,
this.
should we spare?
So I believe we got one ram, one ladder. We need to put the ram and the ladder away from themselves at opposite ends of the cities and keep the cavalry in the front wherever we deploy from, right? In the south. Hopefully they'll put their infantry spotting the cavalry, where of course we have no siege equipment. Open the gate one way or another, then get the cavalry over to one side, take out the crossbows, and then just figure it out from there. So, luckily the city's quite large, so it takes them a long time to get around. To adjust the things. So we stay there, make them think that we're coming from here. There we go. And then we attack through here where it's not defended. It'd be good if we could take out the crossbows and then let the Italian spear militia
Our men have
fight
reached
the
the
general's
gate with the
bodyguard,
battering ram.
so that our general's bodyguard don't have to do it. Yeah,
Our
that's
men
kind
have
of what
done
we're
well. The gates have
I
fallen.
mean, if we have to, we should be fine. He's just some random general. And this will get us out of debt.
Give grace to God. We have captured the enemy's walls.
Phew, nice job. Unfortunately, he bought enough time for his units to get back. Stop. Okay, you'll need to get back because it looks like they're gonna bring their crossbows over here. Yep, okay, good. That's good. No. Yeah, okay. Go.
The ladders are now in place. Walls are no match for. The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Alright, cool. So if you can just come back into position here. And here. Kind of gotta run, just due to, there's not unlimited time. And also, I've just generally found it doesn't make that big of a difference if the units are exhausted. If you know they're not going to break, which they're not. The general's here. He's not going to let them break.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset,
weird what they're doing.
but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Just wanted them to get in there, so I can get in there, maybe recharge them.
My lord, praise to our Lord, Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory.
We tore them apart, my lord.
There we go.
Victory!
Out of debt.
We must
Unfortunately,
rule your
too late
enemy's
to save
Victory!
Tunis. I can't get any recruits there now. And there you go. We have Rome. How do I can't. Doesn't let me rename it. I guess the different language versions have gotten in the way there. Okay, I'm just having a look. Alright, now we're talking. Okay, I gotta pause the recording for 1 minute. Be right back. Alright, let's continue. Alright, so we're probably gonna lose fucking Moors. But I did what I was requested to do, plus I got them out of debt. I wonder if we should push on a bit further. I mean, why not?
I seek an honorable engagement, dear foe.
Okay, so we're gonna need to get some troops here, if not for no other reason, just to defend the city. Halberd crossbows would be good. Sorry, halberd and crossbows, not halberd crossbows.
Let me strike. Your orders, noble one.
Alright,
Name
so
that
let's take the
your
general's
orders, noble one.
bodyguards.
We
I
will
don't
see
have
you
them.
undone.
And let's get rid of...
We march on our victims.
Oh, you're
We
lucky
show
at ships
little
there.
mercy. They deserve none. Yes, marching. Command, my lord. Should we spare any of them? Now,
My lord,
Okay.
bringing our
Can't recruit
troops
here.
together.
So, that's unfortunate. And they'll probably attack
Dog is
over the
cheap.
end turn. And I
Come
don't think I'll
face
be
me.
able to stop that. We will need a fleet. The fuck? Oh man, this is... Hang on, let me see here. Kind, you gotta manage your taxes. Alright, let's get you a fortress over there. And as for that, don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world to lose that. It's not really a good settlement to have, usually. I mean, it is and it is. Actually, the odds aren't too bad. Well, we'll see what I can do.
Men, bring our people honor, glory, and most of all,
I mean, we're badly outnumbered. I think it's simply a case of that the castle is being counted as
Our foes
being worth a
appear
lot
to
more
be
than it
gaining the upper
actually is.
hand in this battle.
Yeah, look at that. Let's see. They had catapults in there. Okay. I can maybe do something with this. So as those catapults come forward, we'll charge at them and stop them in their tracks. Excuse me. It's always important trying to charge catapults head on, because you can't destroy them with melee units. So you want to aim for their actual crew. Oh shit. That didn't go very well. I lost a lot of men for not really much, actually no gain at all, because they still got their things. If we're going to win this, we need the cavalry. That's just a given. Okay, you two just hold your fire for the time being. You can fire. Okay, where's the enemy general? So hopefully he's not firing at us. As in them. Come on. General for general.
We are blessed. The enemy. Grave tidings.
Come on. I want to get out of
Our enemy
there.
are at the gates.
I mean, it's definitely good that we killed the enemy.
Our general shames us all. He flees battle while his soldiers. I pray the course of
We're
this
fucked.
battle. My
Sorry.
lord, our general has been captured. We must secure his release by defeating our foe. Saints, save us! To arms, general! The
Just try and do as
enemy's
much
ram
damage
has
to them as
breached
possible.
the gates.
It's fine. Now, we probably could have defeated this army if I didn't take so many damage.
The
so much
walls
damage
are
from
no
last time I
longer
was here.
ours. The enemy have taken them.
Could use flaming shot, but I really don't think we're gonna break them. So yeah.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord or a military genius
conceded.
can bring us
Waste of time
victory.
now.
Lord, preserve us.
Did some damage to them. A little bit, nothing major though. So, gained one city, lost another. But we'll gain more important Italian settlements.
Who do I face?
Now, if we bring these... Oh, he's in the way.
Command me. We shall send them to hell
Brutus will
or
resolve
worse.
that,
Man! We tore them apart.
General's bodyguard on his own inside of a settlement.
Victory!
Just performs
They
like
stood no
absolute
chance.
shit.
I have silenced them.
Oh, Holy Roman Empire is your allies. How about that? Gonna need a little bit more if we're gonna push on to Genoa, I think.
Name thy
Is there
enemy,
any
Lord.
mercenaries here?
Who do
No.
I
What
face?
about here?
Yes, marching.
No. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. We just put him
My
there.
lord, should
Hope
we
that they
spare
sally out.
any of them?
And we'll just see
Sooner
how we
or
go.
later, they will relent, my lord. When shall we attack the walls then, my lord?
Hey, cool, we got a new general. That's good. I don't think we'll need a full hour for this. It's already, like, not a disaster. I'll just see what I can do. We'll make this 45 minutes. There's no need to drag it out too long. We'll see how we go. Alright, what else is there? There's... maybe building up roads within here would be good. Get that trade going. Yeah, you probably should have checked to see if he was there. There is a chance we can win this. There's a chance.
They will regret not.
Oh, I'm probably gonna hate myself for
Kill
doing
them all,
this though.
men!
Generally speaking, like, we're gonna have a hard time just against the general's bodyguard. But I've done similar things before. See, this is what I was thinking of. Going up to the high ground here. If you remember my first Blitz campaign, I took on an entire settlement with just one general's bodyguard. I had a big garrison. And I think it was at Bologna. I'm trying to pronounce it different. Everyone's giving me shit about how I pronounce Bologna. Or how I pronounced it Bologna before. We climb up here, and this high ground advantage gives us everything that we need to defeat him. Okay, the problem here though is that those guys are too close to the Genoese crossbowmen, so we need to get maybe up to here so that we can get him a bit further away from them. We want to be able to take out the general first, even if it means getting tired, Because he'll be just as tired. If anything, slightly more tired. See, he's still pretty close there.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Gotta stand here. Now we should be able to go back to Winded before he gets here, I hope. Got a decent amount of distance. Just gonna hope for luck. If we lose this battle, it's not the end of the world, we just have to hope we don't die. Got up to Winded. He should be quite tired now. At the last moment, charge. Now, our king, I believe, yeah, he's right there. So he doesn't die. Now, they're actually kind of likely to shoot their own men. In terms of casualties wise, we're on top. Just a little bit. We gotta hurry up though. Oh god. Right, I think of it, but I took a big risk here in the hope of big gains.
The enemy king lies dead, slain by our brave soldier. Oh Lord have mercy!
Fucking trade-off.
Our leader lies slain on the battlefield.
There's still a chance we'll end up taking the settlement. A very, very slim chance. I actually don't know. Truth be told. Now, if we charge in here, they should break.
Lord preserve us! We have lost half of our
Winning
men.
the battle, but losing the king.
For the moment, the fort. Thank God in heaven.
Damn it.
Calling off the siege, my lord.
Fingers crossed the settlement is not defended.
Noble one, we have something for you.
Sure, whatever.
If Allah discussions come to a close.
If they leave it undefended, we just send someone over there to go to capture it.
We must resolve our differences, or this is war.
Yeah, I think you're in a few too many wars at the moment. We'll see if we can get some cash.
The answer, I'm afraid,
whatever.
is no.
Peace and farewell.
Okay. Like, it sucked to lose the king,
Your
but,
will.
you know, truth be told, that king there sucked.
Yes, my lord.
But
This is where we shall meet the enemy. The day
trade
is
a king
ours.
for a city.
The enemy are
Ooh,
beaten.
Milan. Ooh,
Noble
oh,
lord,
oh,
we have
oh dear.
conquered.
Oh dear. I hope the player wasn't attached to that king. Damn. Okay. So we'll head over to the castle now instead.
Yes?
Damn, Milan's
Name the field
like got a
of battle.
lot of
We
troops.
will meet you there.
Your orders, noble one. Yes, my lord. Your orders, noble one.
Might send
Yes.
these guys as reinforcements up
Order.
to Milan if possible.
Full
This way.
sails. Dropping anchor
Because that's where
until
they'd be of
morning.
most use to us. Finances wise, we've been doing actually really good financially.
Yes. Orders. Your Majesty. Onward. We can.
Your orders, noble one.
Now,
It is an
part of the
honor
thing that
to
makes this
lead
guy
these
shit is
armies.
his low authority. That's really bad. Like I said, I don't think it was the best move to do what I did. We definitely came out on top, but it wasn't a good move. It was super risky when we didn't need to take that risk. Alright, let's move on.
Ah!
Be good if they actually ask for peace.
I speak on behalf of my lord and people.
Okay, you give me a region. Okay.
I see no true problem here. Farewell, noble lord.
We got Tunis back.
Greetings. Our people have something to discuss.
Sure.
Both wise.
Now, as you guys, I'm sure, suspect, this deal is not going to go as they intended. So we ended up paying them 5 grand for that settlement, though. It's alright. Saves us having to come down this way. Sure, I guess. Phew, that's pretty damn good what we got out of that. I gotta admit, I'm not really doing the best that I really think I could do.
Your orders?
I think I'm being a bit sloppy on this
Your
one.
orders, noble one.
Yes.
Now, last thing we want to do is pay them any tribute, so spend all the money. But, yeah. Milan is quite strong there. Just get into position and get ready for a big stab him in the back.
It is an honor to lead these armies. Your orders, noble one. It is an honor to lead these armies.
Okay, not going to be paying them any tribute next turn. How strong is Milan? We're actually bigger than them. I'm just surprised they got this many armies. I mean, I'm sure it's full of mostly militia, but it's...
Hail, friends.
Yeah, it is.
Honor to you.
Your orders, noble one. It is an honor to lead these armies.
Orders. Your Majesty. My lord.
Alright, let's get ready to go, and then in the next turn I think we'll stab them in the back, and we'll start rolling up their armies and wiping them out.
We would ask you to lower your swords and hear us out. No, we will not accept. Until next time.
Nah, you don't need that.
Your orders, noble one.
Holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire? Nah. So, we're no longer allied to the Holy Roman Empire. Doesn't matter.
Your orders, noble one.
Okay. All of this little bit of downtime has given us time to get organized.
It is me our enemies fear the most.
We will back you in
Where-
battle, but this is all.
Where did that other army go?
I shall show little mercy to our foes, mighty ally. Your
Right, here we
orders,
go.
your orders, noble one.
Go for that army there.
Your Majesty.
As you
Punch him in
Yes.
the nuts.
Orders. Move out, Your Majesty. Orders. Combining forces. Onward. Bringing our troops together.
Your orders, noble
Okay,
one.
let's do this.
God will be with us, men. To battle.
Eh, it does the
God
same
will
thing
help
anyway.
the faithful prevail.
This stuff.
We attack.
You know, and it did get us Tunis back. Which I probably should either disband those cavalry or send them off to fight somewhere. Because it's just soaking up money. Alright. Our crossbows are good. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Corner camping bastards. Okay. What I'll do is I'll send these guys around here. Them around here. And we're gonna get it like a big... It's gonna be a big rush. You guys get into loose formation. Your job's gonna be to soak up their shots as we begin the charge. I don't think I'll be able to make use of my Pabby's crossbowmen on this. Their high ground advantage is too strong. All good? Right. So their job is just to soak up the missiles, that's it, so the cavalry doesn't. Once they start shooting, then we start moving in. Okay, there we go. They didn't start shooting, but still gonna get in here now. Man, they missed a good opportunity to have a few shots in. Doesn't matter if they're breaking. Anyone that breaks, just, you know, anyone that gets captured, just get them back. This is just their job. Get to the enemy general there. Yep, well our front line broke, pretty much to be expected. Their back line, which was more important, is getting completely overrun. And once he's dead, their front line won't mean shit.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. Praise to our Lord! Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart.
Yep, and there we go. The complete collapse of their army now. We win.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
I guess it was never really a question though of whether or not we would win, but how many casualties we would take. Now, it says here we've taken 14%. We got to keep in mind it's actually less than that. Every guy that was captured, we get back.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
He's still here. Still someone left. Apparently they're right here, but I didn't see them.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours. All of Christendom will be awed by the victory.
No!
Don't even have to think about it. Thing is, me doing that would have made us despicable, right?
Victory!
Yeah. Yeah.
Name
Like,
thy enemy,
you don't
Lord.
send me in here to repair relations in Medieval 2. You send me here to burn shit down.
Command me. Yes.
I am the ender of
Continuing tomorrow.
dynasties.
Let me strike, my lord.
Your Majesty, my lord. Combining forces, my lord. Orders.
Make our way towards
Merging armies.
there.
Talk is cheap. Come face me.
Peasants are good for maintaining public order. Get some Muslim archers in there because they're decent.
Your Majesty.
And
As my lord wills.
let's
we
get our
march to
revenge
battle.
upon these guys. Now, if we're
All
lucky,
our
we'll get a
people's
man of the
homes
hour.
are with you, men. To battle.
And I'll push on down to... Actually, no. I might go up north
My
to...
lord, the tide of battle
Cagliari.
seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events. We are blessed. The enemy general is dead. We have set the battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Just waiting on that one there to break.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
We have
The enemy are...
taken our vengeance upon them. Oh, too bad, Bernard.
The day is ours, Lord. The enemy are beaten.
Now, due to the fact that
Yes. My lord.
our king has... Ah,
A
shit.
good day's march.
They may defect.
Orders.
Because our
Yes.
king's got really low authority.
Who do I face?
Oh well, it happens. Moving on. Alright, so we got 2 battles in one here. We take out the first army, then just turn around and take out the second
Let
one.
none escape! Attack!
And when we do this, we've cleared the way towards Milan. Once we've taken Milan, that I think we've done enough. Because that's a significant amount of fucking killing that we've done. Now, enemy reinforcements will come from here, so we need to move fast. So they don't meet up. Otherwise, we'll be overwhelmed by numbers.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay, they're gonna move in now. But while it's going on, let's get around the side here. I'm really wishing I didn't get the king killed. That was... I don't know. The thing is, if I had sent 2 lesser generals, would I have succeeded? I don't know. We succeeded in our mission, but he died in the process.
Our foes appear to be gaining the upper hand in this battle.
Here they come. I mean, we got him surrounded, but... Okay, there's a couple of them breaking. It's alright.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
Nah, you let him go. Dipshit. I'm not gonna catch him from that.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Okay, that's the first army basically defeated.
Praise the Almighty!
Just
Our
run them
enemy
down.
has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Now the second army is commanded by an actual general, I think. So, right, here they come. Let's get set up over here. There would be good for them. Okay, once again, I want the generals over on this side here. And don't worry about that. I think we got 85% of them. Actually, you go finish them off. Okay, that skirmish should be well in our favor. Enemy general's coming around this way. Try and shoot him. Oh man, that did some damage to him. Nice.
Only intervention by the Almighty Lord. For the moment, the enemy general flees like the coward he is.
Only intervention by the Almighty
battle
Lord.
is
Oh, we're
in
winning.
our favor. Glorious heaven above. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well. Give the dog some wine, and be sure he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Nice job, crossbowmen. Great.
The
job.
enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Oh yeah, that fucking standard. Oh well.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Alright, that should do it.
The
Dead
enemy
and
are overcome.
dead. Just barely.
This is a great victory.
Okay, good. They didn't defect. Could have gone out of the way with that.
March!
Name thy
His
enemy,
authority
Lord.
hasn't improved, but that's okay. We'll be at Milan soon.
Command. We march on our victims. Now we have them. We lay siege.
Alright, there's one last army.
would see
Okay.
you
If
dead,
they attack us, it shouldn't be any different than the previous one. Would be fine. Okay, financially things are going a little bit sideways now. But capturing Milan will certainly help that quite a bit. Alright, we're good to go. Let's go. That's what they're gonna do. Yeah, they're gonna do it. Okay. Easy enough. It's full of infantry. I can handle that. Right then.
Waste
And they
no
die no
time
matter what, so that's good that we
spending
don't have
enemies
to do
they
a siege
made.
assault, because that's always a good way to lose men unnecessarily. If you can draw them out into the field, it's depending on the army that you've got, it is usually better. Oops. Okay, so enemy reinforcements will pop in from here. Okay, I'll get him behind because You'd want to put them in front only if you've got elevation in your favor, which we don't. These mailed knights are taking
The
a beating.
enemy have
Not
brought
many
up
left
more
to look.
men. They hope to make up in numbers what they lack in bravery.
It's weird, they're falling back. Let's see if we can't mop up these crossbows. Back off. Ready to resume firing.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and
Aim for the general.
wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Getting even just one volley on him, that can do so much damage. Especially on this unit scale. Wipe out most of his bloody unit. I may have charged him in a bit too early. See, this is what happens. Still got some kills in on him, but not as many as what we could have otherwise. Go. Come on, smash him up.
The enemy general. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but
Running
our
away.
men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Mailed knights are faster, they'll catch him.
The Lord above is kind. We have captured the enemy's general. That will teach the cowardly dog to run. Now he can rest at our leisure. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Okay, enemy reinforcements coming from over here, but it just doesn't matter now.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
Alright, move over here. Good, got a few shots in on him. Cool.
The enemy general flee. Glorious heaven above. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well. Give the enemy flee.
Don't need to run them down. Because they lose no matter what.
By the Lord above.
And we're pretty much right on an hour, so that worked out well, I suppose. Could make a lot of money through the ransom and we still end up getting the city. Yeah. Oh well. At least they gave him the chance. I usually don't even do that.
We march through your enemy's streets. Victory!
Despite your honorless antics, you bring words with. We must resolve our differences, or this is war. We welcome.
Pulling him out of a few of these walls might make them feel a little bit easier. So if we have a look at the situation, although I've severely soured their reputation, I have taken them out of half of the wars they were in. We have taken most of the Italian peninsula. We lost this, but then we got it back with a bit of cheeky diplomacy. We're 40,000 gold more than what we had, because we had like negative 14,000. So things are in great shape here. Obviously, it wasn't the most difficult of the disaster campaigns, but I think it was a somewhat interesting one. And I always enjoy a good game of Medieval 2, so It's interesting to see all these fucking Russian names as well. Anyway, that's the end of this one, so like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.